when he does so.
Opening tap controlled by the Paladins, and we're underway here in Timmons Arena. Furman on a blackout night here in Greenville wearing their black uniforms. Radford in the Road Reds. Harrison, sharpshooting transfer from deep, in and out, rebound taken down by Rashawn Williams. As you take a look at the starting five for this Highlander squad, really they're going to be without a couple players tonight. No Brian Hart, no Xavier Lipscomb, so we'll see what they have to bring to the table.
And Xavier Lipscomb is really important for this team because he's their settle-down guy, if you will, the guy who gets them in their offense. Without him, Radford's going to have to find somebody to really get them in their offense.
Shot clock now under 10. Half-court man-to-man for the Paladins. Garrison defending down into the lane, left off the glass, no good. Rebound taken down by Garrett Heen, the 6'9 sophomore out of Charlotte, North Carolina, as you look at the Paladins starting five.
Mike Bothwell, obviously the guy that everybody's going to be watching, but Jalen Slauson is an extremely talented 6'7" four-man out of, what is it, Pinewood Prep. An excellent player, could be a potential pro. As you see, he's got some playmaking ability, but Alex Hunter's not able to knock it in.
Paladins 0 for 2 from long range. This Radford team dropped a decision in Blacksburg and Charlottesville up in the Commonwealth of Virginia in the last 2 games. That's tipped away. Shot clock doesn't reset. Off the rim, high, skying for the rebounds, Jalen Slauson. This Furman team, a team that wants to go quick, averaging nearly 90 points a game this season. It'll be the first whistle and a foul against the Highlander Terrence as you take a look through the Oglesby keys to the game.
If you're Radford, you got to junk it up. You're not a team that can really score that well in the half court. So what do? You try to turn up the pressure and mix in some full court and some half court traps. For Furman, take care of the basketball and limit transition. Make Radford try to score in the half court.
And the Slauson off the glass, can't get it to fall. Good look for Jalen Slauson. This is a Radford team that comes in just shooting 28% on the season from long range. Consequently, on the other side, Furman nearly 44% from long range as that one's off the mark. Rebound taken down by the Paladins.
Been sloppy here early, a couple of missed layups, but Furman still pushing the ball aggressively in transition. Garrett Heen, it's a little frail, and you saw it on that possession, but Bob Ritchie talked about him before the game. He's an excellent, skilled big man. Had to put on 10 pounds in the offseason, but somebody who you can run offense through.
Slauson takes it away, turnover top of the key, picks up his dribble. Garrison will come run the point. Graduate student. Down low, Bothwell can't get it to fall. Ugly start offensively for both squads. You talked about being putting on 10 pounds in the offseason. Shot from the corner.
Nice shot by Joseph. This is what Radford's going to have to do. Get a turnover, get some missed layups, and then take off running in transition. They run the floor effectively. Joseph, who hasn't had a great start to the season, only 2 of 10 from the field, is able to knock down his second shot of the day.
Down low, big step across the lane, can't get the fall. But Coach Ritchie's saying when Noah Gurley transferred to Alabama, he said, hey, you can't sulk and try to figure out in the season what to do. He goes, it was an all off-season preparation. Heen called him to his office there and said, hey, I'm going to put on 10 pounds. You're going to start at 5. You're going to move Slauson to the 4. Really interesting to hear how Paladin staff worked through that transfer of Noah Gurley.
And it gives you a lot of offensive versatility. Not in the same form of Gurley because he's not going to score like Gurley, but he's somebody who's an excellent passer, especially on the perimeter, to a lot of cutters that Furman has, and they run their offense so well.
Another 3 from the corner. That's over the backboard. It'll be out of bounds to the Paladins. Coming in for Furman, a couple freshman James Repass, 250-pounder out of Jacksonville, Florida, and also for the Paladins, a player Coach Ritchie's really high on, the redshirt sophomore out of Atlanta, Marcus Foster. And talk about a player that's put on some weight, muscle that is. Coach Ritchie high on Marcus Foster.
He does a lot of little winning things, and that's what Coach talked about today before the game. He reminds me a little bit of Florida State's Matthew Cleveland. Kind of the same build, not as tall, but rebounds, plays really good defense, a straight line attack guy, can do some things for you offensively.
Lawson's going to pop it from the corner. That's too strong. Furman still looking for their first basket, and it'll be out of bounds, Radford basketball. Furman 0-6 from the field here in the first 3.5 minutes.
It's kind of like you're waiting for the lid just to pop off. You get one, you're going to get a bunch of them.
Ingham sends it top of the key. Ball poked away. Slauson, watch out. Slauson all by himself loses the basketball. Slauson looking for a foul, not there, went up for the dunk. Quickly back the other way. Joseph again from the corner off the mark. Walker with the offensive board. How about the freshman repass with the wall on that rebound? Tipped around out of bounds. Will stay with Radford when we come back. 15:43 just underway here in Greenville. Highlanders with the early 3-0 lead from Timmins. Welcome back to Greenville, South Carolina. Bryant Lambert, Terrell Ogilvie with you. And Terrence, last Friday night, this Paladin team up in Louisville snapped the Cardinals' 59-game winning streak in November. And what a night it was for Mike Bothwell.
30 points, and not just him. He gets a lot of the attention, but Alex Hunter was terrific as well. This is a team that can really shoot the ball. Not only that, did a fantastic job of guarding the three. Louisville brought 4 guys in that could shoot north of 40% from 3. Did a nice job, held them under 20% on the night. An excellent win for the Furman Paladins and Bob Ritchie.
Paladins, and then on Monday night, had a chance for another quad 1 win. Belmont Bruins, Terrence, ranked second in the mid-major poll behind Gonzaga. If you can believe it or not, the Zags, of course, get ranked in the mid-major poll. That game went to overtime. Furman led it by 3 late. Coach Ritchie said, hey, we almost went on the road and snagged 2 quad 1 wins in the first week of the season.
That's a big-time opportunity for a SoCon team. But, hey, man, SoCon's an excellent league. They were top 10 in the net last year. They need those opportunities like that Louisville win and like a tough test on the road at Belmont, which even though they lost, they actually moved up in the rankings.
Radford basketball, 3-0 lead. Slauson gets caught in the air, comes back down off the bottom of the backboard. Loose ball, and the Paladins grabbing in for Furman. Seeing his first action is the freshman out of Ohio, Alex Williams. Another big body is Marcus Foster all the way down and gets the Paladins on the board.
And that's what he can do. He's got such a big, strong body. He gets the ball and rips. It's hard to stay in front of him. And once he gets down there, nobody's going to push him off of his spot. But that was a good example of what Jalen Slauson does so well defensively. He's so athletic that even when he gets beat, he can recover and still give you problems.
Cam McNeil circling under the basket, now 10 on the shot clock. Tries to get the pick and roll down low underneath.
Excellent help side by Alex Hunter, coming over and stripping it loose, and then Furman's off to the races.
This Paladin team likes to go quick. If nothing's there, they'll pull out as Foster looks to get to the rim again. This is a strong backcourt for the Paladins, and Foster has it poked it away all the way down to slam it home. Shaquan Jules, the junior out of Orlando, Florida.
USC Aiken, a Division II transfer, but he's a big body and an extreme athlete. Coach Nichols really likes to play him at the 5 position.
Alex Williams from long range. How about 6'5", and you can knock out and step up to knock down the long range shot, Terrence?
A big body. Can really shoot the basketball.
Interesting, Coach Ritchie saying, hey, he had some decisions between repass and Williams. Do you redshirt? Do you put in? And top of the key, Joseph trying to respond, and he does. But some interesting thoughts that we heard earlier from Coach Ritchie saying, hey, why these guys are in here right now.
Well, he talks about he's long-term greedy. I thought that was the biggest quote that stood out in my mind. You're building a program, you're not building a team, and at the same time, you still got to win now. So you're in kind of a hodgepodge of directions that you can take it. But Williams stepping out.
Back-to-back 3-pointers for the freshman, and we're knotted up at 8 apiece. And he said, hey, these guys may not make immediate impact, but come January, come February, Alex Williams saying, Coach, I'm making an impact tonight. Back-to-back from long range. Furman hitting their last 3 from the field.
Be interesting to see how Williams, even though he's hit 2 threes, how he holds up on the defensive end. Radford's got some quick wings, and it looks like they might try to attack him a little bit.
Shot clock again, down under 5. Strong rebound by repass. Furman looking for their first lead here, early going first half. Slauson takes it all the way off the glass and in. Jalen Slauson with his first bucket, and the Paladins up 10-8.
He's that kind of athlete. Slauson, Steve Prohm, the former Iowa State coach, came and saw him in the offseason. He said, you know what? I think Furman might have a pro because of his athleticism. If he's able to start knocking down shots from the perimeter, Slauson could be that guy to make a little bit of money at the next level.
Neal trying to go off the glass, wild shot attempt, repass now, another rebound, and here comes Alex Williams. Williams, can he get 3 in a row? No. Battle for a rebound, and Slauson's going to get called for the push-off. You mind that shot? A little bit of a heat check?
You know what? I like it, but at the same time, you know what? I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. Because Bob has done a nice job of getting him shots. There's no need to force it before you even get down past half court. Make a couple of passes, and then you're going to get the shot you want anyway. But Williams, I understand it. Hey, look, I was a shooter, Bryant. I was a shooter. You knew it was going up, but at the same time, you hit 2 in a row, Bob's going to find you.
Somebody says, hey, you hit one in transition, you're going to come back. He talked about an interesting play in the second half against Louisville. I think it was Alex Hunter potentially hit one, and ironically enough, the play, I believe he said it was called Cardinal. Hunter hit a big shot. What was it, cut the lead to 1?
Mm-hmm.
Coach Ritchie said that's when I knew my team was here till the buzzer.
We talked about it before the first media, too. Furman started out 0 of 8. They just needed the lid to pop open. And since then, 4 of 5 from the field.
Duncan sends it out. Hit on the shot clock. Runner off the side of the rim. Offensive board taken down by Walker. Back in.
Strong rebound by Walker. Delaware transfer in his second season here at Radford. Strong athlete, a little bit undersized, but he really attacks the offensive glass.
Next whistle will be the under 12 media timeout as Heen gets fouled. Artis Stapleton gets called from behind. 11:49 to go here in the half. We're knotted up at 10 here in Greenville. We'll be back with you here inside Timmons Arena, knotted up at 10 apiece between the Paladins and the Highlanders. There you see Bob Ritchie talking to his squad here in his 5th season, closing in on 100 wins, and tell you what, taking this program to new heights, getting back toward the NCAA tournament.
Widely regarded as an excellent X's and O's coach, and he's done a nice job recruiting his type of player. And at Furman, as you know, Bryant, you graduated from here. Not an easy place to get into, so you got to have a combination of academic success and athletic success as well, and he's done a nice job balancing both.
For Radford, of course, first-year head coach Darius Nichols came from Florida after a handful of years now with Coach Mike White in the SEC. Backdoor cut looking for Bothwell a bit out in front. And the Paladins turn it over for the second time.
Yeah, tough one by Heen, but Darius Nichols, under Mike White, an excellent coach down at Florida. Obviously had a great playing career down at West Virginia. Played 3 years for Huggins, 1 for John Beeline. So the pedigree is there. Now you have to put it in action.
Garrison cuts off the baseline defensively. Walker stays with it, lays it off the glass. Walker now with 4 points, and the Highlanders back up 2.
Furman's got to do a better job of guarding the ball. You give a straight line drive, you're going to force a lot of help situations, and that makes it hard on your defense.
Bothwell has it top of the key. Tries to cut down the left side, back out to Garrison. He can shoot it quickly. Highlander team doing a nice job cutting off dribble penetration, and now 5 to shoot. Hunter loses it out of bounds. Heen with 2 on the shot clock, can't get it to fall.
I'll tell you what, Radford is doing a fantastic job of playing not only on the ball defense, but off the ball as well. They're cutting off all dribble lanes, doing a really nice job.
Josiah Jeffers with the basketball, man-to-man defense, both sides, the first 10 minutes. Duncan tries to pass it down low, looking to connect with Walker. Talk a little bit more about Darius Nichols. And now we're going to have a conversation here, and they're going to say it last one off the Paladins. As you see Darius Nichols, of course, in his first season, talked about his playing days at West Virginia. You're seeing one of his assistants on staff there, but what, Darius Nichols, you think this is a guy that can come in and really make an impact and elevate this Radford program even further? Yeah,
and he was thrilled to get the job at Radford. Why? He went to Radford High School, so it's a kid coming home. He talked a little bit about balancing his work-life schedule, because now he's closer to home. All his family wants to see him a little bit more. They don't understand the preparation that goes with it, and obviously that's a little bit of an adjustment, but expect him to take a year or so to kind of figure out exactly who he is as a head coach, because it's a lot different sitting in the assistant seat than it is in the main position. And I have no reason to believe that he won't be successful.
Junkum puts Radford up by 4. You're talking to Coach Nichols. He said, hey, the difference being a head coach, you have to talk to a lot more people. You can't just worry about your team. You have prior commitments. And of course, he was the lead assistant under Mike White, handling recruiting and other stuff. As Hunter knocks it down from long range to cut the Radford lead to run. Alex Hunter preseason All-Southern Conference player. And Coach Ritchie said, hey, he just has to believe it because everybody else knows he is, almost except Alex Hunter.
Yeah, and Alex Hunter, he ended last season on a terrific run, worked his butt off during the offseason, and now he has a 5-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. He's the leader for this team. Fifth-year senior, solid at the point guard position. Now to go along with extreme confidence shooting the basketball from beyond the arc.
R.T. Stapleton called for the offensive foul. Radford turns it over for the third time, and Foster set to inbound right by the Paladin bench. There you see Alex Hunter. He can line it up from long range. He can get to the rim. Good story, Alex Hunter. They said in the scrimmage, Coach Ritchie almost took him out for not shooting, and what he proceeded to do, knock down 5 in a row, he said, in that scrimmage against Lipscomb.
Well, he made his first, missed his next 2, and then passed on his 4th. Now, Bryant, you know me pretty well. I never had to have that talking to.
You hadn't seen a bad shot since 1990.
Now, I was born in '88. I hadn't seen one since then. But Marcus Foster, man, I'm telling you, this kid has a lot of potential. It's taken him a little bit to get used to the college game, but he's got a big-time college frame. If he's able to knock down the 3-ball, he's got a very bright future in a Furman uniform.
Paladin is now 4 of 7 from long range, and another offensive foul down low. Heen gets pushed off. Junkham gets called for the foul. And the Paladins on a 6-0 run. Timmons starting to get a little momentum.
And Heen has to do that in order to be successful when guarding bigger 5s in the post. But Bob's impact, man, 4 straight 20-win seasons. You see it on the screen. He's a terrific head coach. He's been doing it for a while. 11th season in Furman. And he's coached all kinds of great players here for the Paladins.
An NIT appearance, the Paladins hosted Wichita State inside Timmons Arena. Nice pass down low to Heen off the glass. Furman has their largest lead. A close loss to the Shockers, but Furman hosting an NIT game in Greenville.
That was a great pass by Bothwell. That's something that he's going to have to do. Defenses are going to start focusing on him. Don't be shocked if you see Radford trap ball screens a little bit more often whenever he's the ball handler. He's going to have to make the right decision.
Ball sent to the corner. 3-ball up for McNeil. Rattles it home. 3 3-pointers now for the Highlanders, and back to a 1-point game. Paladins out in front. Since Coach Ritchie took over the head job for the Paladins, nice pass down low to Heen. Furman's beating Loyola Chicago, Villanova taking Alabama and Auburn to overtime, of course knocking off Louisville. Gets hard to schedule Power 5 games with results like that.
It makes it hard, but Marcus Foster, man, defensively, he gets blown by right there, but he has the potential to be an elite-level defender with his athleticism. As Furman, 18-17, starting to clean some things up. Radford battles to get back in it.
Up 1 here over Radford. Furman back at it. Eagles Southern Conference game of the week against the Navy Midshipmen. Sunday, 3 o'clock, ESPN Plus, CW62. Midshipmen, they'll play tomorrow, and then they got a big one here against the Paladins, and they've had some big wins.
Of course, they beat a good Virginia, not a great Virginia team by their standards, but that tells you Navy can shoot the ball. They ended up going 11 of 21 from the 3-point line. Furman's going to have to guard the 3 against Navy as well. Ed DeChellis does a nice job up there for the Midshipmen.
Here you see the Paladins pick second in this Southern Conference preseason poll against Chattanooga. Tell you what, this Southern Conference, Coach Ritchie and others agree, it's only a matter of time before 2 of these teams in this league get into the tournament the same year. Almost happened a couple years ago when Furman, ETSU, UNCG were at the top of the country, but already monumental wins for this league. Knocking off Pittsburgh, Paladins knocking off Louisville, and others in a big jam by Jules off the inbound.
Great set off the baseline. There's got to be better communication, but that's just unfortunate. Tried to go off 2 feet, but we were eluding. Oh, nice setup, excellent execution. Might have got away with a little pull up there on the rim, but nice ATO coming out of the timeout for Coach Nichols.
Highlanders knocked down 5 of their last 6 from the field. Quick 5-0 run after the Paladins had a 4-point lead. Both teams' largest lead has been 4, and there's a whistle.
That was tough. I think Garrison, he was trying to battle around. He was actually being held by number 20, Trayvon Mangum, he's a good player, but he's struggled to get going so far this season. Charlotte transfer last year averaged nearly 10 points a game. He's got some inside-out capability. They saw a mismatch and tried to post up, but
Just the third Furman team foul. That threw well off the mark. Furman out running. Foster trying to go all the way down. Hesitates off the glass. And T.O. just a sophomore. That's a better move there to use the hesitation to get the open look.
Nice job coming off 2 feet. Taking your time. Tried to do it last possession. Just slipped. Didn't work one time. Tried again.
Garrison from behind. 6-1 with the block. Furman quickly out in front. Foster out to Bothwell. Radford doing a nice job getting back in transition.
I'll give Foster credit. His eyes get big when they get out in transition, but he's done a nice job staying patient as Bothwell draws the foul. He gets his left hand. He's tough, but Marcus Foster doing a nice job here early.
Bothwell closing in. 1,000 points his Paladin career will get there. Most likely in the non-conference play. Heen and Slauson at the table check in after his first free throw. Bothwell scoreless here in the first half and stops that. Alex Hunter will come in if Bothwell can make the second. How about repass and Alex Williams? Those are big minutes for the freshman.
And they haven't played that much all year. I don't even have them in my notes, Brian. That's how you know they haven't played much this year. But Alex Williams done a nice job, and he comes in with a lot of confidence. 6 quick points. Let's not get it twisted here. The bell cow of this Paladins team just knocked down another free throw in Bothwell. And he's starting to adjust to life as the best player. Because last year was Noah Gurley. He could kind of play off him. They ran some good stuff for him. But now Furman going to a 1-3-1. But Bothwell's going to have to adjust.
Furman's shown this at times the last couple seasons. Have Heen with some height from the top of that zone. And which is a long three-pointer off the mark. And here's Hunter out running. Hunter, 1-0-2, Slauson to the corner, thought about a three. Ball movement to Foster, top of the key, off the mark. Slauson battles for the offensive board, lays it back in. He has 4, and the Paladins have their largest lead at 5.
Paladins be able to get some offense going when they're pushing in transition, but they're going to go to this 1-3-1 on occasion because Garrett Heen, whenever he has a hard time guarding the opposing team's post player because he's a little bit frail, this is a great way to utilize his athleticism and length on the perimeter. And then you have a quick guy underneath and Alex Hunter, and it works again. 2 straight positions, 2 straight stops.
Both missed threes. It's a chance for a big Paladin run. Lawson backdoor to Hunter, reverse layup. Oh, in and out, halfway down. Went high off the glass and didn't get the roll.
Nonetheless, still a really good pass by Slauson. And Radford, it's almost like they're scoring on accident, Brian.
Highlanders get back with McNeil's layup to within 3. Quickly back the other end block. Feel like Radford maybe got away with a little quick Furman run. If that would have gone down, 7-point lead, instead quickly back the other way. As Furman forces the turnover, Marcus Foster right in front of the Paladins.
Well, he did a nice job having a short memory. He's missed 2 layups. He probably should have had 4 more points, but this is big boy basketball. You're playing against Radford. They've got some big-time athletes on the perimeter. They're big, they're long. You got to go up there and dunk that one, young fella.
Saw Slauson out in the perimeter. He's adjusting to playing the 4. Last year played the 5, and Coach Ritchie's saying Slauson has to learn to play face up a little more. It's a little bit of difference than posting up, and he's coming into his own. Hunter, quick trigger 3 far side off the rim. Heen with the offensive rebound. Second O board for the Paladins. Hunter, can he do it again? No. That one a bit too strong. Alex Hunter misses a couple. Off the deflection, Slauson, alley-oop on the way, Garrison, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. As the Paladins lead it by 3 here, under 5 to go in the half.
Hey, Brian, it's been a helter-skelter game. I'm just trying to stay out of your way. It seems like there's turnovers, there's change of pace, they're taking off in transition. Both teams trying to score within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. But Conley Garrison, he gets fouled on this attempt. Probably a good foul if you're Josiah Jeffers trying to stop the easy layup, but one of the great things about Conley Garrison, he's an older kid, D2 transfer at Drury University, knocks down his first shot. He's kind of the glue that makes this whole thing work. Over that last possession before the alley-oop, the possession prior, did a nice job making that extra pass and getting it out quick. And that's so important when you run a motion-based, high-post offense like Coach Ritchie does. You got to have a ball mover. And he's that guy, and he has been really efficient so far this year. And kind of, like I said, kind of the glue that keeps everything going.
Home court trying to come alive. Garrison pokes it away. all the way. He's fouled from behind. Crowd wanted an intentional foul. But it'll be 2 shots for Garrison. There in the steal. Right on cue, Coach Ritchie's saying, everybody talks about Garrison and how much he can shoot the rock, which he can, but he said he's graded out defensively the best every game. In the right spot, seemingly closing the gap, and compared him, high praise to Matt Rafferty, just knowing where to be at all times.
Cerebral player, and they're playing a 1-3-1 out on the top. He's protected the long corner, but this time sees it. They've been swinging it from top to top, or side to side on the top towards half court. Sneaks up, gets a steal. Just a cerebral player all around. And 3-time All-Great Lakes Valley Conference member. 3-time. And that's a lot to say. 3-time All-Great Lakes Valley Conference.
3 times.
3 times.
You ever get any All-ACC honors?
All freshman team. And then I took off too early.
There you go.
Took off too early. This 1-3-1's really been good for Furman so far. Heen doing his best. And when you're playing this defense, you don't want direct passes like you just saw. If you're able to make them pass it high and lob it, or bounce passes to where the ball slows down, you can do a nice job.
Foster with the pump fake down the lane, can't get the layup to fall. Strong rebound taken down by Radford.
Furman's only up 4. They could easily be up about 10 or 12. There's a lot of missed layups in there, but Radford wants to do that. They want to junk it up. They want to make everybody quick, and they want to make it a little bit sloppy.
Each team with 10 points in the paint. Furman comes in averaging 95 points through 3 games. Of course, 2 of those overtimes. Foster takes it away. Furman out running, has it poked away from behind right to Garrison. Let's get past Hunter. One more to Slauson. Baseline jumper on the way, in and out. It's a handful of Paladin shots halfway down and don't fall. Furman, no field goals the last 2.5 minutes, just one of their last 8 from the field. Jewell sends it to the corner. Magnum wide open 3-pointer. Doesn't get the roll. Slauson skies for the rebound. He now has 3 boards.
And that was a nice job to get the rebound. And Furman just continues to push it. But Marcus Foster, he's going to see on film. Nice move by Heen. He's got to be crafty around the rim. He doesn't have the physical makeup to be a beast down there. But if he's able to step through, use some scoop shots, some up and unders, he can be successful. Whenever Furman sides this ball screen or ices this ball screen, what do I mean by that? They're pushing them to the side. You got to adjust over. Marcus Foster didn't on that occasion. And what happens is you create long closeouts and wide open 3s in the corner.
Long 3, top of the key, knocked down by Magnum. And a timeout taken by Coach Bob Ritchie will take us to immediate timeout. 2:36 to go here in this opening half from Greenville. Paladins leading by 3. Terrence Oglesby back with you here on ESPN Plus. Furman up 29-26. Radford, Terrence 4 of 11 from long range, but getting some open looks on the ball rotation.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job, or Radford's doing a nice job of making that extra pass. But Furman has to do a better job off the ball of coming over ball side. Those are some young mistakes. Marcus Foster, a couple of possessions ago, whenever he's there, he has to get all the way over to the nail. The nail is right in the middle of the free throw line. If he's able to do that, he cuts off those passes and makes these and forces Radford to make long skip passes. If they're able to do that, they're going to be it's going to be much easier for them to close out.
Full court pressure here from the Highlanders for the first time. A little 1-2-2. Quickly to the corner. Garrison wide open. Knocks down the 3. And there's the battle. If you beat the pressure, you're likely to get an open look, and Garrison makes a pay.
Garrison 45.5% on the year. That's one you're going to live with. Wide open in the corner. If you want to beat pressure and get them out of a 1-2-2, throw it down there and knock down a couple of 3s. We'll see how long Coach Nichols stays down there.
Trying to get it down on the block to Junkum, tapped out of bounds. Will stay with Radford, 12 on the shot clock. Walker back in for the Highlanders. See Coach Ritchie trying to match sub for sub as Garrett Heen checks back in. Slauson taking a seat. Slauson, of course, in there with those 2 personal fouls, so trying to manage his minutes.
Nice set.
Hang him off the mark. Offensive rebound. Stapleton back up. No. Bothwell gets the board. I think they're going to get a foul going against Radford. Bothwell got popped in the face. It's going to be the 7th or make it 8th Radford team foul. So Terrence will go to the other end and shoot 1-1.
Radford's running some really nice stuff, baseline out of bounds. It was a little curl screen, and then the guy comes off another screen. I wish we had the replay, but I don't think we're going to be able to get it. Bothwell's going to shoot 2, but Radford's run some really nice stuff. If I'm Furman, I go into halftime and say, hey, we need to communicate on baseline out of bounds situations. They've got a oop, they've gotten a wide open shot in the corner. Probably need to do a better job of communicating.
5 of 6 from the line. Radford yet to shoot a free throw. This is a 1-1 for Bothwell. Furman now a 7-point lead. That's their largest. A little bit of foul trouble for the Highlanders. Jeffers and Joseph with the backcourt sitting with 2 personal fouls. One more for Bothwell. Knocks them both down. Could be a little danger zone here for Radford. Furman's quietly pushed this lead out to 8 now, under 2, and here Timmons starting to come alive. Furman back in the half-court man-to-man. Jeffers switches off against Williams, wants to drive baseline. 7 on the shot clock, almost takes it away. Now 2 to shoot. 1. I don't think he got it off. Should be a shot clock violation. Offensive rebound. Battles goes back up with it. Terrence, I thought it might have been a shot clock violation.
It was close, but you got to play until the whistle. I didn't hear a whistle. I didn't hear a buzzer. Tough if you're Furman. Got to finish out plays. But how about Alex Williams moving his feet on defense? He's gonna switch out onto some smaller guards, and he's a pretty big body guy. A nice job.
Ending without fouling. Now under a minute to go here in the half. 5 on the shot clock. Under cut off. Nice find down low to Heaney. He can't get it to go, but he'll be fouled. And Furman trying to make hay from the free throw line.
Tell you what, Radford's got some big bodies guarding. I think that's something we've kind of overlooked, but they do a really nice job. They have great athletes on the perimeter. They get up in front. Curious to see if we had a shot clock violation on the previous possession.
Need one more from the line. Paladins trying to tie their largest lead at 8. Foster back in. We'll check in. And tell you what, really interesting, right in front of his coach Richie telling Marcus Foster, get me a couple stops. Good minutes there by Alex Williams. Checks out. I'll tell you what, you've been impressed by him on both sides of the court.
He's done a nice job. Sometimes they put the ball right out in front of him. He is strong enough. Oh, that's a cheap one. Oh, they didn't call a foul. We got a timeout towards the end. Coach Nichols deciding to slow it down. Probably a 2-for-1 situation.
Use it or lose it timeout. Clock kept running, so we'll have to go and adjust the clock. But the crew was looking at that potential shot clock violation on Radford. Couldn't get a good look at the shot clock when it was released. As you take a look at the Big South preseason poll, this Radford squad right in the middle. He comes to North Carolina A&T into the Big South now. And tell you what, those are big hitters up top. Winthrop and Campbell, 2 tough basketball teams.
Well, Winthrop with a new coach, but he was left with a lot of talent. Winthrop's definitely going to be tough. Mike Morrell up at UNC Asheville. His guys that he brought in his first year are now starting to get older. A tough league. Went through about 6 or 7. After that, it falls off a little bit, but Radford should be in the mix. And I've been impressed so far, Brian. They do a nice job guarding the basketball. Offensively, they're a little sloppy, but like we said at the beginning of the game, they're going to try to junk it up. They're going to try to break you down off the dribble and force some rotations. So far, they've done a fairly nice job of that. Only down 8 coming in to about 50 seconds left in the half. They have fouled a lot, though. 19 fouls.
Just 3 for the Paladins. The officials having a conversation at midcourt. Crew chief Todd Austin, Michael Terry, Devin Page, the officiating crew. Now, you mentioned that timeout, maybe a 2-for-1 situation. What's the balance between rushing to get a shot off versus a good shot? These, you know, could get a 2-for-1 possession era is with Radford. So theoretically, if you look at the second half, you could get a 3-for-1 type situation down 8.
Well, ideally, you'd like to get a shot off here before 40. If you're able to do that, that leaves you some time after you get about 10 seconds left before the shot clock expires for Furman. You'll be able to make something happen right before the half. Look for Radford to try to get something off quick if that's what they try to do. But I was curious how this was going to go if Furman was going to junk it up and run something different, and they have. They've gone to a 1-3-1 just to kind of mix up the ATO situation, after timeout situation for Coach Nichols.
Three-pointer far side on the way, and that's off the mark. Bothwell skies for the rebound. Walker was there, and Bothwell came to take it away. Bothwell 2 rebounds, 4 points here in the opening half, and about a 6.5-second differential shot in game clock. Furman's largest lead is sitting here at 8. They've had it twice. Radford's lead by as many as 4. Backdoor cut, Bothwell who lays it in, and the Paladins up 10, shot clock turned off.
And that was a great pass by Garrett Heen. Gets over there to his right hand and makes the pass. Good finish by Bothwell.
Crowd chanting defense. All the way, Jeffers off the glass, can't get it to fall. Heen grabs the rebound, and that will take us to the end of the first half. Furman hits their last 3 from the field. They get to a double-digit lead for the first time. We're at the half here in Greenville. It's Furman 38 and Radford 28.
Handful for anybody. And we talked about it during the break before we get off and running. Radford's going to have the ball. Furman can beat a Power 5 on any given night, and they're going to have those opportunities. Going up, they're going to play Carolina, and then they're going to play Mississippi State. Yep. 2 major conference teams. They're going to have a legit shot at both of those games.
Or quad 1 opportunities. It is Highlander basketball to start this second half. Same starting 5 for both squads. Jeffers working against Garrison. Step back jumper. Tough 3-pointer. Knocks it down. Jeffers with his first bucket of the basketball game, and he looks on a mission to start this second half.
And he's more of a defensive player by trait, but what a nice move. Rejecting the ball screen, 1 dribble pull up from 3. Nice work.
Furman trying to answer Hunter. Pump fake in the corner. Picks up his dribble, double team, tries to kick it out with 12 on the shot clock. Bothwell leaves it off for Heen. Hard contact, and there's the whistle. It'll be Heen going to the line to shoot 2. First ever matchup here between Radford and Furman.
And that was a nice job by Bothwell. He realizes whenever he has the ball, Radford's playing the gaps and walling him off. So whenever he's making that first dribble towards the elbow, help comes over, he hits Heen, and obviously gets the foul. But Bothwell, that's the next step in his development, being that key scorer. There's going to be nights like tonight where they're going to force him to distribute the ball, and he's done a nice job so far.
Bothwell just 2 shot attempts, 1 of 2 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line. Heen now 3 of 3 from the line. A nice job, UTO, I think, by Garrett Heen, the sophomore, going up strong, bracing the contact as that second free throws off the front of the rim, and here come the Highlanders down 8. Both teams have hit 5 from long range. Baseline tried to kick it back out off Slauson's leg, and a turnover for the Highlanders, their 9th of the night. Furman 8 points off those 9 Radford turnovers. Bothwell has Heen down low on the block, hesitates, tries to skip pass, and he'll be fouled. Not on the shot, so shot clock back to 20. Furman keeps possession.
And he needs to be better there. You get that ball, that decision has to be quick. Either you go to the rim with authority or you get rid of it in a hurry, because what happens, you stand straight up with the ball. He got lucky. You're playing against power conference teams. They're going to play Carolina, Mississippi State, like we talked about earlier. They're going to have big bodies come over and rotate. You have to make quicker decisions if you're going to be able to compete against some of the bigger teams in your non-conference.
Bothwell across the paint, off the glass and in. Mike Bothwell now with 8 points. He leads the Paladins, and Furman back up double digits at 10.
And Bothwell is so good. Once he gets his shoulder on the defense's hip, he holds him off. He's got good long wingspan to where he can finish outside of his body. That is the best part about his game, getting into the paint.
Similar move on the other side. Strong drive by Rashawn Williams, the junior out of Arlington, Georgia.
Struggled in the first half, gets his first 2 points of the contest. South Florida transfer. They expect him to do a lot at the 4 position. Nice move.
Garrison, quick trigger 3, thought about it, sends it over to Slauson. In the shoot, Slauson loses it. He grabs it back out to Bothwell. Bothwell, he'll be fouled out front.
I was wondering how long that was going to take. Foul's going to be on Walker, redshirt senior from Maryland, but he's been playing a lot with his hands, and Bothwell's done a nice job of getting his shoulder in. But at the same time, eventually they're going to have to call that. Bob Ritchie, you see in the screen, does an excellent job of putting Bothwell in positions to score. And one thing that he's starting to do, bad inbounds pass, that's too bad.
Junk him all by himself off the glass.
But Bothwell, what he's starting to realize is the better screener he is, the more open he's going to get. And that's a good call.
Now Heen gets called for the offensive foul. A quick 4-0 run by the Highlanders, and they'll get the basketball back here. Down 6, a chance to make it a one-possession game.
And how about Junkum? He gets a steal, finishes a layup, busts his hump to get back on defense and draws the charge. That's a big-time play. Where's that shield at? Can we get a picture of the shield? Can we get a picture of this? It's got to be 3 straight stops. Got Captain America down here on the Radford bench, but they had so. Bryant, we need to go ahead and explain this while we have a little time. There it is. Okay, so 3 straight stops. Some coaches call it a kill. At Radford, they get a shield. Their goal is obviously to get 10 of them. Every time they get 3 in a row, they get a sticker or a Velcro sticker. I'm not sure what it is. But
kind of like football's turnover.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. And that's what Coach Nichols compared it to. And he's trying to establish a little bit of a culture of intensity defensively. If you're able to do that, and sure, it's a little bit gimmicky, but it gives guys something to remember, guys, that it's tangible for them to achieve. And I like the way I like that cultural aspect of it.
Garrison pokes it away, goes all the way down and lays it in. Garrison now with 8 points and a big turnover, leading to points on the other end.
Hey man, Garrison's an underrated athlete. My first time seeing him in person, he does a really nice job playing the passing lanes. He's got good burst. No wonder he averaged so many points in Division II. I'm not sure who would have been able to guard him.
Coach Ritchie said he's graded out the best player defensively every game for the Paladins. Here, 13 on the shot clock. Williams stops, pops in front of Garrison off the mark. Rebound lost and grabbed by Heen. Not a great shot there for the Highlanders. Hunter quickly into the front court. He'll slow things down. Heen looking to go one-on-one. Gives it to the corner, throws it right over to Rashawn Williams, and the Paladins turn it over for the 7th time.
Another tough one.
Contested shot early in the shot clock. Offensive board back out on the way. Joseph, that's off the mark. 3rd chance, and there'll be free throws upcoming for Jules.
You're going to have to finish out possessions defensively. We have 2 shots for Radford, but Garrett Heen on the offensive end, that's where that extra weight in the offseason. Look, nobody is helping off of him. And what happens? Guys can stay home, results in a turnover. Rashawn Williams doing a nice job playing the passing lanes, but that's where Heen's physicality kind of comes into play. He's excellent on the perimeter, but if he puts on more weight, he's going to have more success.
Jules, 7 of 10 from the free throw line this season, knocks the first down. Heen will check out. Foster back in.
Foster, a great first half. Ended up with 6 points, or 7 points in the first half. Could have easily had 13, missed 3 layups. But you have to like what you see out of him early. I mean, redshirt sophomore, does a nice job on the defensive end, created some turnovers. He could be the next guy for Furman. It seems like there's a culture of development with Coach Ritchie. He is that next guy, and you see a perfect example handling the ball in Alex Hunter.
Oh, Heen checking out. He had a long conversation with Coach Ritchie as Foster takes it all the way down. Slauson gets fouled on the putback, but Coach Ritchie, long conversation. He wasn't chewing him out by any means, but a coaching moment saying those last few possessions, what to look for, and all within the course of the game.
Well, it was referencing that possession that we showed again. Whenever there's no help, just get that ball out and sprint up into a ball screen because you don't have the physicality yet. I'm not saying he won't, but as of right now, he needs to get rid of that ball, become a pick and pop guy, become a quick decision guy. You hold the ball, the defense gets stagnant, and it makes it difficult to really run any offense or get any open shots as Slauson knocks down his first. But you see him in the picture, he's got loads of potential. Good size, 6'9", shoot the ball, an excellent passer, probably a better passer going to his right hand. But he has a nice future here in a Paladin uniform.
Hunter picking up full court. Paladins up 8. Largest lead has been 10 for the Paladins at 38-28. That was the score at the half. One down low, Slauson pokes, turns it away, and that's the 11th turnover. Slauson's going to bring it all the way up and hand it off to Bothwell, but has it poked away.
Can't get lazy.
Now 2-on-1, lobbed, one-handed dunk, missed. And the Highlanders will reset. The shot clock reset unintentionally, so they'll get that fixed during this first media timeout. We got a good one here in Greenville. Paladins leading it by 8, early second half. Paladins up 8, Radford basketball. Furman blazing start on the offensive side of the ball this season. You see top 10 in those 3 categories: points a game, 3-pointers made, and assists per game. Tonight, just 45 points, but still 42% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job shooting it. They're just not getting as many opportunities. Radford doing a nice job of not over-helping on the perimeter and doing a nice job when Mike Bothwell gets the ball. They're walling off all driving lanes, and whenever he comes off ball screens, he's always seeing 2 faces. It's making him a decision maker. But Furman, at the same time, when you miss 6, 7, 8 layups, you're also missing out on those assist opportunities as well. Only almost 44% from the field. Need to do a better job around the basket.
All the way to the rim, lays it in, back to a 6-point game, 45-39. Trying to go coast to coast. Bothwell, he'll go to the line for 2.
And that's when it's going to open up a little bit. Furman, or Radford rather, they can get a little bit top heavy whenever they score around the basket. Their guards struggle to get back. There's going to be a little opening, and Mike Bothwell saw it on that possession. Doing a nice job.
A fast break off a make. Quickly gets it in bounds. Bothwell will go to the line where he's for perfect 4-4 here tonight.
He lives at the free throw line. You go back to the game against Louisville, 13 of 15 from the free throw line against what I would consider a very good Louisville team. Coach Mack obviously not coaching for some different issues, but they still brought in talent, guys that can really guard, but they couldn't guard Mike Bothwell that evening.
7 of 17 from the field, 13 of 15, as you mentioned, from the line, and those 30 points. And battle down low, Jules tries to send it out, and Garrison knocks it away. He'll stay with the Highlanders, 14 on the shot clock.
What a great job by Marcus Foster sliding over on help side. That's the rotation he missed in the first half. On the roll, he needed to get over on ball side. Does a tremendous job of getting in front of the ball, almost causing a turnover.
Here's Stapleton. Tries to get in the pick and roll, gets the tap back with 5 to shoot. Now 3, working against Garrison. Jones Jr.'s got to hoist one up off the rim. Strong rebound taken down by Slauson. Good defensive possession for the Paladins. Bothwell has it poked from behind. Will stay with the Paladins, 22 on the shoot. Take a look at that last play by Marcus Foster down low.
He did an excellent job of getting over on help side and walling up and forcing Radford to make a decision. He's had active hands all evening. He has 2 steals on the night, done a nice job containing the basketball. That's the rotation he missed in the first half. Obviously, when they went into halftime, they mentioned it to him. Nice job by the young redshirt sophomore adjusting, and that's hard. That's the difference between a young player in college basketball, and as you get older, you can adjust on the fly, and that comes as you get a little bit further into your college career.
Furman's led by as many as 10. Radford had an early 4-point lead, and now sits at 8. Lawson thought about a 3, down low to Foster. Hesitates, back up, has it blocked. Coming over to grab it is Walker. There you saw that hesitation you talked about with Heen early, and there it bites Foster on the block.
They found a good player in Jules, Shaquan Jules, a USC Aiken transfer. I think he's terrific, a big, physical, strong kid, has some rim protection ability. He's going to be really good in the Big South for them, especially defensively. Now, if you make him make decisions offensively, that's where it could become an issue. Now, but on the defensive end, he's an imposing figure, and despite only being about 6'7" and really strong, he does a really nice job of protecting the paint.
You mentioned the help side defense came there, really triple team, was trying to get it to the corner. Could have gone short for the easy lane.
It was actually too much. Alex Hunter's supposed to be the guy to come over, and Slauson's supposed to drop to take away that corner. But nonetheless, you still made a 5-man make a decision somewhere he doesn't excel.
5-man for the Paladins that made good decisions was Matt Rafferty. That 3-pointer off the front of the rim. Battle for the rebound. Williams throws it off the Highlanders. They'll stay with the Paladins. What a hustle play by the freshman.
Man, he's done a nice job. Used sparingly in the first 3 games. He's come in here and made his presence felt. Knocks down a couple threes, switches, guards on the perimeter, does a nice job on the boards. You got to like the direction he's going. Nice hustle.
For a second, I thought he was coming our way.
Excellent job. Yeah, I'm getting out of that man's way.
You're not drawing the charge?
Not on that. Not on him.
Not anymore. Now 10 on the shot clock. Hunter has it again. Hunter just 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 5 from long range. 4 to shoot. Throws it away. Fast break opportunity for the Highlanders. Walker misses the dunk.
Great hustle play.
Tried the one-handed slam, missed it. Now it should be an offensive foul, and it is. What a change of events. Coach Ritchie fired up, and so is the students across the way.
Bob Ritchie's juice. And what happens? Williams hustles his butt back, deflects the dunk attempt, gets back in the play, and takes the charge. If you want to get on the floor more, make those type of hustle plays. Look at this. Does a nice job, gets back in the play after deflecting the dunk. A little bit of acting, a little Val Kilmer.
Coach Ritchie had an interesting comment where he spoke to him this morning. He said after a big play turnover, what does Steve Spurrier do for football? Post route long. If Coach Ritchie doesn't draw something here, try to get a look down low, maybe a shot beyond the arc. Foster throws it off the foot of Rashawn Williams. Quick trigger 3, back McNeil off the mark. Offensive board taken down by Mangum. Back out another 3 on the way, rattled home by McNeil. Big turn of events and is back to a 5-point game.
Radford 11 offensive rebounds. Furman, in order to reach their potential, they're going to have to do a better job of finishing out possessions. That first shot defense has been pretty good. It's been these offensive rebounds that they've struggled with.
Allo to repass, nice left-handed finish. The freshman goes strong and back to a 7-point game.
Jacksonville native got nice soft hands, not explosive jumping towards the rim, but he's got a wide body, and if you have good touch with both hands, you can be successful.
Down low reverse layup, no, but a foul. Will be 2 at the line for the Highlanders. Is like the intensity Terrence in this game ratcheted up again in the last few minutes.
It feels like every time Furman's going to blow it open, Radford comes up with 2 turnovers in a row, or they come up with a bad shot and push it in transition. That's pretty much where they've been scoring for the duration of the game. Only 42 points. They're not shooting great percentages. We talked about junking it up and making it ugly. There's been times where Radford has succeeded. 10 turnovers for Furman, and the majority of those, as Junkham knocks down his first, the majority of those have been live ball turnovers. So what does that mean? You get a steal, you can make something happen on the other end, and Radford does a nice job. They get that ball out off the rim defensively. They hit that outlet, and they take off. And they're going to be difficult to guard because they have that type of size and athleticism.
Junkham hitting the first, was just 0 of 4 from the line. Coming into tonight, there calmly hits a pair. 49-44, 5-point game here, approaching the under 12.
Junkham does a nice job doing a lot of the little things for Radford. He sprints to screen, he boxes his tail off, and Hunter can knock that down. You can forget it. You go underneath the ball screen on Alex Hunter, you can forget about it. And he has the confidence this year to knock it down as well. Number 10 will make you pay.
6 points for Alex Hunter, back to an 8-point game. Back and forth we go. Student section wants defense. Out in 6 of 13 from long range here tonight. Williams working against Hunter, trying to back down the senior. Or corner, trying to respond, yes.
Nice job making that extra pass to the corner. Bothwell a little bit late on the help recovery.
Over to Slauson. He'll try to trade a 3. That one out, no good. Rebound by Radford. A chance to make it a 1-possession game. There's McNeil, the sophomore out of Raleigh, North Carolina, running the point. He'll hand it off to Stapleton. Ain't on the shot clock. Junkham working against Slauson. Slauson pokes it away.
Not
and a late whistle.
Play. Not a smart play by Slauson. They're going towards the end of the shot clock. Needs to do a better job. But Alex Hunter, you can forget about it. You go under that screen, he's going to knock it in. We'll take you to break. Furman at 5.
There you see Mike Bothwell on the bench getting instructions from head coach Bob Ritchie, the senior out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. You've seen what he's done this year, preseason second team All-Southern Conference. T.O. tonight, 10 points, 2 or 3 for the field.
Culture of development. Bothwell, even his shooting percentages, you talk about 3.5 points per game as a freshman, but 3-point percentages as a freshman, 34, 37. Had a bad year last year. I think COVID took a lot out of a lot of people. He was one of those guys, but shooting 50% from the three this year so far, hasn't attempted one. Going into the last 10 minutes of this game, though, Bryant, Furman has done a poor job taking care of the ball. 6 turnovers here in the second half after having only 4 in the first. That's what kind of helped them blow this game open. And then Radford's just kind of battled back, turned this game into a sloppy one, if you will. Furman needs to take better care of the ball and finish out possessions. 11 offensive rebounds as well.
Shot clock again under 10. Little floater up front of the rim, offensive board, easy O-board there coming in by Mangum. Slauson there grabs the board. It's going to be the 18th foul on Radford, so Jalen Slauson will go to the other end to shoot 1-1.
And as soon as you say it, they get another offensive rebound. Furman doing a nice job. First shot defense for Furman has been very good. It's just a matter of second chance points for Radford is what's kept them in the game. 12 offensive boards to 4 for Furman. It's like they're doing a nice job defending. But what happens is the defense sucks in when the rebound comes off. That's when you're going to get a lot of extra opportunities, and Radford's been able to capitalize and keep this game close because of it. 13 second chance points will keep a lot of people in a lot of games, especially one that's slow, that's at a slower pace like this one is.
Yeah, take a look at this. Little Slauson, who went high, it's fallen into by Mangum. Slauson hits the front end of the run and one, knocks them both down. Paladins now 16 of 18 from the line. Big reason they're up by 7 at 54-47.
And Furman switching back to this 1-3-1 defense that they had some success with in the first half.
Interesting. Heen back in there, had an extended break, should be rested. Jeffers working against the top of that zone. Right in front of the Radford bench. That's an air ball. Offensive board back to Jeffers. Never hit the rim. 8 to shoot.
Like I said, it's been good first shot defense. Need to do a better job, and that's what happens. You get wide open shots if you're Radford when offensive rebounding opportunities occur. Because what happens, everybody sucks in, you pitch the ball out, it makes it easier driving lanes.
19 second chance points. Hunter looking to respond from distance. That's in and out. O-board Slauson lays it back in. He now has Bothwell's number with 10 in double digits.
It's almost like you wonder if there's a little bit of a hangover effect after having 2 quad 1 games like Furman had, because a lot of their mistakes are just either tired or just sloppy mistakes. They need to clean it up in order to close this out, only up 6.
9.5 to go. Radford stringing this together, some offensive series. Williams wants to take over, sends it to the corner, 3 on the way, in and out. There's gonna be a flop warning against Josiah Jeffers, so this Timmins crowd, T.O. held their breath on the whistle, but a flop warning, of course. First one's just a warning, second one will be a consequence.
A little bit too strong side help on that possession. I don't think we're going to get a shot of it. Oh, we are. Alex Hunter a little bit far out of position, and he might have got away with one. Now, he shouldn't have hit the floor. That's where it happened, is Jeffers hits the floor, and then they get a flop warning. But there was a little bit of contact. Alex Hunter got a little bit lucky. It's a redshirt senior no call right there.
6-point Furman lead, 9:22 to go. Each team with 3 timeouts remaining. Radford with those offensive boards, 13 more shot attempts than the Paladins. Paladins at 44%, 37% from the field for the Highlanders. Nice backdoor cut. Hunter rejected. Bothwell gets it back. He fights through the rim, and he gets hit on the head. No call. Bothwell not happy, running back down to the defensive end. Radford cut it back to a 1-possession game. In and out, no good. Battle out of bounds. Last touch by Radford.
Radford's got some big, strong kids down there in the post. Bothwell probably got fouled on that possession, but that was the offensive rebound opportunity. They pitch it back out. He gets a driving lane. He had shooters over here on the other side. Had some open guys, but felt like he could take it up. Probably got fouled on the play.
Slauson spins over to Hunter, hesitates, leaves it off to Heen. 1, 2, 3, give the Paladins the assist. 11 Furman assists on 18 made buckets, and it's back to an 8-point game.
Good job by Heen getting that ball up quickly. Radford, we know, has some good athletes around the rim. In order for him to be successful, as soon as he catches it, better get up there fast. That's what he did. 2 points. Nice ball movement by Furman as well.
Every time Furman gets this 8-10-point lead, Radford seemingly hits a big shot. Williams sends it back top of the key. Back to Williams, contested 3 on the way. That one's short, long rebound taken down by Garrison. Garrison over to Slauson.
Smart play by Garrison. That's a redshirt senior doing what a redshirt senior should do. Caesar's no advantage. Gets the ball back out. You can run some offense if you're Furman and get a good shot.
Under 8 media timeout, next whistle. Heen has it at the elbow, 8 to shoot. Over to Slauson, baseline drive, skip to Garrison, 3 on the way, yes!
Huge shot by Garrison, and what a nice play by Slauson. He's got that type of size and athletic ability, does a nice job getting baseline and hitting the skip pass. Great job by Furman.
Crowd comes to their feet here in attendance. Furman has their largest lead at 11 with 7:29 to go.
Furman doing a nice job finally moving the ball and making some skip passes. Heen does a nice job hitting Slauson, and this is where he's good, exploding off the dribble. And if he's able to make this skip pass to Garrison, who knocks down the 3, that's the next stage in his development. He's so athletic around the basket. If he's able to become that type of playmaker for the Paladins, he's got a very bright future, and he could make some money. And I'm not saying he's going to go play in the NBA, but I will say this. There's some leagues that do very well with guys his size. 6'7", 6'8", can handle the ball, play up tempo. He fits the bill who can make himself a playing career after his collegiate career is done.
A very good Friday night November non-conference crowd here inside Timmons Arena. This place has been rocking and sold out for many games, especially in conference play tonight. A good showing here on a blackout performance as the Paladins up 11 with 7:20 to go. One of the toughest places to play in the Southern Conference and all of mid-major. Down low reverse layup, no good. Slauson with the rebound. He wants to go quick and a smart play to slow things down, but then they turn it over. Joseph wants to go all the way down. Slauson there to pin it off the backboard, and T.O. we've seen Slauson do that time and time again.
Big-time athlete as the Paladins get off in transition. Great pass by Hunter. He needs to finish this.
Heen has it poked away, tries to go up. Hunter saves it. Back out to Slauson. He thought about it, and Coach Ritchie says, hey, let's slow things down.
Nice job. You don't need to rush things. You need to do a nice job of settling down and finish out possessions. And Furman just continues to turn the ball over.
Be Radford basketball when we come back. 7-0 Furman run over the last 3 minutes, though, has the Paladins up 11 as Slauson sends it off the backboard. Good look at downtown Greenville. Navy midshipmen in town for 2 games over the next 2 days. They'll take on Radford tomorrow, and then the Paladins and the midshipmen close out this multi-team event on Sunday, 3 o'clock ESPN Plus, CW 62 in the state of South Carolina. Third one here tonight. Brian Lambert, Terrence Oglesby with you. Furman leading at 61-50. This 11-point lead, the largest of the Paladins. You get a look at Furman head coach Bob Ritchie focused in and take us into that huddle last time out. What do you think Coach is telling us?
Well, I think Bob Ritchie's telling his team, hey, man, we're really defending well. Radford, one of their last 9. They need to continue to finish out possessions because that's what has extended. That is what has extended their lead.
6.5 to go. Radford basketball. Stapleton tries to turn the corner. Nice pass down low off the glass for Walker. And back to single digits at 9. Alex Hunter, half-court man-to-man for the Highlanders. Garrison to Heen on the back cut. Working against Jules. Over to the corner, Bothwell, 3 on the way, yes.
Perfect play by Heen. Perfect play by Heen. You attack the middle, you make the defense come to you, and then you're able to and then you're able to knock out for the open three. Furman shoots the ball at an incredible rate. That's target practice.
4th assist for Heen. Paladins have 13 assists, 20 made buckets. The 12-point lead is Furman's largest. Here's Stapleton. Over to Joseph, tough runner in the lane, front of the rim. Furman going quickly. Bothwell up to Slauson, slams it home. Slauson, and the Paladins are up 14.
Defense into offense. Radford shoots the ball right in that 8 to 10-foot area, and all their guys just stand and watch. Furman gets the ball off to the races, and Slauson so athletic in transition.
Joseph tries to go across court, up to Bothwell. Bothwell by himself off the glass, 68-52. And a 16-point lead. We'll see if Darius Nichols is wanting a timeout. He wants his team to play through it quickly off the glass. Radford responds.
Furman doing it on a 14-2 run, doing the bulk of their last 6 or 8 points in transition, doing a phenomenal job defensively. What an offensive set. Come on, man, that's too good. Excellent pass by Heen. Excellent screen action on the opposite side to get him wide open. A quick finish by Slauson. Phenomenal offense if you're a Paladin fan.
Furman has hit their last 4 from the field. Slauson now has 14, 11 for Garrison, 15 for Bothwell. And Terrence's offense clicking, Furman getting stops and starting to stretch this lead out to 16 and call the Radford timeout.
And they're doing a nice job getting out in the passing lanes or finishing possessions and getting out and run. Slauson is as good as there is in transition. And a nice pass up by Hunter. Slauson, though, living above the rim. And this is Mike Bothwell. We have a little bit of confusion, but nonetheless, the plays happen much the same. Furman forces a turnover. They get out and run. Easy possession.
Tell you what, I think Bothwell may be appreciative that they think his ups are the same as Jalen Slauson with dunking above the rim. But no, back-to-back run out. Slauson with the dunk off the glass for Bothwell. This 16-point Furman lead is the largest. Radford led 14-10 at the 10-minute mark in the first half. Since then, it's been all Paladins. Look at Hunter picking up full court, working against Stapleton.
I can't get over how Alex Hunter has changed his body from last year to this year.
You said that right walking in the gym.
Coach Ritchie said he spent a bulk of his time. That's poor defense by Heen. He needs to get over further. If you're going to take a lick, you need to take a lick. Get over there in correct position, or else you're just giving up free throws. But back to Alex Hunter, who's number 12. Maybe we can get, he's coming over to Coach Ritchie, and you'll see him come in the frame here shortly. But just completely changed his body. Coach Ritchie tells, look how strong the kid is. It's unbelievable. He's worked his butt off in the offseason. He's in grad school now, so a little bit lighter load academically, done a nice job of really tuning up for this season.
5th year out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Coach Ritchie saying, hey, on that defensive set, got to get up a little bit. Now back to a 14-point game. You might see some full court pressure. You will hear from the Highlanders try to force some turnovers. Furman has turned it over 12 times, led to 17 Radford points. Highlanders turned it over 14 times himself for 14 points, and Slauson's able to save that from going out of bounds. Hunter all the way down off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Radford. Point-blank layup. Next whistle, take us to our final media timeout. You don't mind attacking there? You got a lane, up 14.
No, I mean, if the defense opens itself up, you still have to continue to play. Slauson laid over on help side, got very lucky, but looks like Furman's going to slow it down a little bit. Furman back in their man-to-man pressure. When Furman hasn't turned it over, they've done a nice job of finding open opportunities. Need to be strong with the basketball.
Slauson thought about popping it in the corner. Backdoor to Hunter, into the lane, out to Garrison, three-pointer, yes.
Big-time shot, inside-out basketball. And a lot of people say, well, you got to get the ball inside. That doesn't necessarily throw it into the post. Get your guards in there, get a paint touch, collapse the defense, kick it out, and Furman has quality shooters, and Garrison's one of them. Beautiful stroke from the right 45.
14 points for Garrison, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. He had 15 points at Belmont. All the way down, nice aggressive take off the glass for Rashawn Williams. Williams now with 7. See Coach Ritchie slowing his team down. 15-point lead, 2:45 to go against a quality Big South opponent. He's bumped, no whistle. Tell you what, a lot of contact there, no call.
But he needs to be stronger going to the basket, and he had help come over. Make that extra pass. Somebody lost a shoe.
Quick 4-0 run, 73-60. Furman lead at 13, 2:20 to go.
Furman's getting what they want. Coach Ritchie's drawn it up. Radford's icing all the ball screens. So what that means is they're trying to take them out of what they're trying to do. Excellent pass by Slauson. He has done a fantastic job reading the defense, especially in the second half. Offensive rebound opportunity. You want to close out a game. This is a good way to do it. You're wasting a lot of clock. You can slow it down. Clock goes back to, 15. Then you have extra time to run some offense.
Nice time, down low, gets the pass, he lays it over. Of course, the offensive board back to 20, as you mentioned on the shot clock. Will be immediate timeout if there's another whistle here, which you anticipate the last 140. Walker, 15 on the shot clock. Jeffers all the way down, he's fouled, and there'll be a two-shot foul for Josiah Jeffers. Furman in control here with 1:29 to go. Paladins on their way to their third victory to open up this season. Furman in control, up 15, 1:29 to go. Radford will be back at it tomorrow here inside Timmons Arena. The Navy midshipmen, of course, MTE coaches from Live Scout. We've seen the Navy staff here tonight, and then they'll be back home for a couple of non-D1s, and then they'll head back to West Virginia. Furman will play Navy Sunday and then hit the road for a couple of, how about December 30th? Big game here against Charleston. I actually think that's earlier in December, not exactly the 30th. That game against Charleston is going to be on December 3rd. That's a big-time game here inside Timmons Arena when the College of Charleston Cougars come down.
Yeah, another top team in their league, new coaching staff, but Charleston always gets players above their level because, let's be honest, it's a lot like Furman. Campus is beautiful, but you're down on the beach, too. Excellent location. They're going to have success there as well.
Yeah, it was Pat Kelsey and the Cougars losing to North Carolina. CBS Sports the other night.
Made it close. Pat Kelsey can really coach his rear end off.
Furman and Winthrop, where Pat Kelsey was, have had some battles the last few years as Jeffers makes two from the line. 13-point game, Terrence. Your coach, Nichols, obviously you're putting on the pressure, going for turnovers. You're fouling here, or you're just trying to play 30 seconds of defense?
I think you're playing 30 seconds of defense. It's a little bit out of hand at 13 points. You try to force a turnover, then you just get back and I mean, you've done a nice job forcing turnovers. Just get back, play solid defense after that. This is what you leave yourself up to, though.
You beat the press, 1, 2, 3, and it's a layup for Marcus Foster. Lead back to 15.
Can Foster dunk?
Sure he could.
I'm sure he can. He needs to dunk some of these.
Lawson couldn't get a hand on it, back to a 13-point game. I'll let you have that conversation with him after the game.
I can teach him some lessons on that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Don't make me bring up you and dunking. Hunter's knocked, he's fouled. 19 foul for the Highlanders, will be a 1-and-1. Taking a look at the leading scorers tonight. Paladins, Mike Bothwell with 15, 14 for Slauson and Garrison. Remember, it was no Paladin in double digits at the half. Now you have 5 different players, make it 6, including Heen in double digits, and you have 9 from Foster.
That ball has moved around, and with teams starting to cue in on Bothwell, the other guys are going to have to step up. And good balanced scoring, excellent ball movement. Coach Ritchie obviously does a tremendous job of coaching that into his guys, and he's recruited the right guys, too. Guys who can all dribble, pass, and shoot. You might be a little skinny at the 5 with Heen, but he's got the ability to step out and make plays on the perimeter. He does a nice job defensively for the most part as well.
Furman closing in on 80 points, came in averaging, of course, 95, 2 overtime games.
How nice is it to have a 5th-year senior in Hunter and a senior in Garrison to handle press towards the end of the game?
Nice to very nice. Of course, it's smart. They make the heady plays there. Furman gets the turnover and 13-second differential. Tell you what, Radford pushed the Paladins tonight. Credit Coach Nichols and this Radford squad came into a hard place to play. 6-point game in the second half. But Terrence, when you said Furman needed to buckle down, Paladins did so, and they're going to close out this game in resounding fashion.
Well, they did a really nice job of taking care of the ball with about 5 minutes to go, and, well, 8 minutes to go. There was a period where they struggled with that as Slauson does a nice job getting into the lane, but they did a nice job of taking care of the ball during the last 8 minutes of the game. What does that do? That limits Radford's opportunities because they struggle scoring in the half court. And Furman did a nice job in the half court on first shot defense. Had a hard time finishing out possessions. That's going to be something they hear about from Coach Ritchie. But moving forward, I mean, offensively, you were okay for the most part, but you've got shooters all over the play. And you had very balanced.
Points.
Yeah, 80 points. You got very balanced scoring. Obviously, you want to cut down on turnovers, but I really like the direction this Furman team is going. Heading into a tough game against Navy. And Ed DeChellis does a nice job. We've talked about it a little bit. Does a nice job, lets his guys shoot it. You have to come ready to play.
Jeffers long two. Shot clock turned off. Slauson will grab the rebound, and the Paladins will win this one 81-64. Go to 3-1 on the season. Radford back at it tomorrow. Falls to 1-3. There you see Coach Nichols, Coach Ritchie shaking hands. Terrence, final thoughts.
Excellent job by Furman cleaning it up towards the end. Balanced scoring, carried them. They did a nice job moving the basketball, especially towards the end of the game. Credit Radford, though. Excellent defense. Mucked up the game a little bit. Did a nice job creating turnovers, but nice job by Furman to collect the win a week after playing against two quad one opponents.
For Byron App, his entire ESPN crew, Terrence Oglesby, I'm Bryant Lambert. There you see the Papa John's player of the game, Conley Garrison, 14 points, 3 of 4 from the field. Terrence, as we go out, he did it all. Man, he can really shoot the basketball and timely steals throughout the game. Whenever Radford was making a run, it was Conley that was going to make a play and then turn defense into offense when they needed it most. Nice job by the Drury University transfer.